What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Artist Coaching Podcast with this time a very special live session, a live recording, as promised last week. How are you guys doing?
Good. I'm still finishing my lunch,
Nice.
so maybe Ralph is finishing his administrative work. Maybe Ralph can start off.
I'm doing fine, thank you, sir.
Are you doing fine? Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Hey,
How
we're
is
live
it?
streaming, right? It's
Live. Yep.
okay. Hello, everybody at home. I hope you're doing well. My name is Ralph. I'm one half of Bassjackers, a well-known DJ producer duo.
Oh, well, no.
The fact you have to say that, that says enough.
Well, yeah, true. Fuck it.
Wait, let me just send out a
I
notification.
said swear word. That's $1 in the jar.
$1.
Is that allowed on YouTube actually, or on?
I don't know. We'll find
Instagram?
out. We will find out. I actually have no clue.
So, what are we gonna... Who's the other guy? That's Jopke, right? Do you have an artist name or...
Yes, I am Joke Hardway. J Hardway. I'm a DJ
job.
producer. You can find me on Spotify.
Not so famous.
I'm not so famous as Bassjackers. No, I know. Too
You
young
also
for
have a
that.
SoundCloud.
Yes.
Nice.
And the MySpace. I actually saw a photo of bingo players who of like 2009 Miami, where they were promoting like the lineup, and then it said next to their name, it said their MySpace page. I thought it was amazing.
Well, when
It-
we
it's,
started out, MySpace was kind of a bigger thing. Especially before Bassjackers, there was a lot on MySpace.
Me too. Yeah. I used
What
to
happened
upload
to
my-
it?
my
How could
music
they
there.
just give up such a good position?
I
Not
don't know.
understanding where the market goes, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
What kind of took them down? Like which platform was it? Right?
Facebook, I think, yeah.
Hives.
First Hives.
Yeah, but I think what took them mostly down was like the network effect of Facebook. Like most people went to Facebook, and MySpace was more focused on music industry. So you go where your fans go, I would say.
Yeah.
And your fans went to Facebook. So yeah.
I think Facebook was just so much more like grew so much it became a hype, and then it was just easy to use. It just better designed, I guess.
Yeah, you know, the one thing that Hives offered, what I really liked, and I think no other social media has implemented after that. You had on top of your profile, you had that music player. You remember that?
Yeah.
Where you used to upload like your
Upload your own music.
your
You
news,
could
your
have
new
only like 5 tracks in there or something.
yeah, exactly. And then
No.
you can upload like your new teasers and stuff. And it was a whole thing. If an artist uploaded their new teaser, there's like, oh shit, like you could check it out. There, people started ripping it and like remaking it themselves. Crazy times. Crazy
Amazing.
times.
Good times.
But that was taken over by SoundCloud, I guess, because SoundCloud became that platform where you would just
SoundCloud
randomly
came out a
upload
little bit
stuff.
later, right?
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
it took that part over. It filled in that gap for artists around the world, you know. So I don't think Facebook at the beginning was good to promote your music.
Well, you could literally promote anything on Facebook. You just didn't have like a music player or like you could use SoundCloud links. But
We
Yeah.
always used to do a YouTube thing, like a 1.5 minute teaser, and then post it up on your Facebook. And wow, yeah, it got picked up really good. But I actually like about MySpace or something that you only would have like 5 tracks that you could upload there. Kind of now there's such an abundance of a lot of music. On the other hand, what I also like about some people, what they do on SoundCloud, they just upload their everyday work. And
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to see the journey, but also
Yeah.
it takes up quite some time. I mean,
why?
if you make like 3 minutes a day and you haven't checked it out for a month, that's 30 times 3. That's 90 minutes. Kurwa.
Dude, the reach you get back
Wait,
from that is
what?
priceless, right?
Oh, yeah, it's all. I mean, all the socials, they provide you with a different aspect of you you being able to express yourself. Is that
Mhm.
making any sense?
No.
Okay. Like always.
Yeah. By the way, what's up, NATO? Watching on YouTube. I see you. I see you commenting. Welcome.
NATO.
Uh,
The real
guys.
NATO? It's like the
No,
NATO
like
is also the
NATO
army
with an
stuff,
E.
right?
No, with the E, not with A.
NATO is watching you.
Yeah.
Like the real NATO is watching.
Kofi Annan
Yeah, exactly.
preparing a strike.
We're doing well, NATO. Thanks for watching, man. But yeah, in MySpace, I don't think LimeWire is back.
Oh, that's the shit.
Ah,
Yeah, LimeWire
Nice.
built. It has been rebuilding fully on blockchain.
I love
wow.
legal stuff.
Legal.
Yeah. Especially when it's on blockchain.
Such a
I
good
also love legal stuff, man.
Yeah,
Buying
true.
legal movies and music, it's the best.
Well,
The
it's
best
even
thing.
better when it's illegal. Like nobody else has this, but I do.
Do you remember SoulSeek?
Yeah, Soulseek.
No.
Yeah, that was really for house music kind of thing. Yeah.
That was if you were down in the trenches back then, you were on SoulSeek. Like that's where the gems were hidden. You had to go there and like download torrent from people's. You had to make like. I still remember making deals with people I never met to send promos from, I don't know, maybe even you guys or Hardwell. And someone has collected them and found them somewhere else, and they had to send it to me, and I had to send something back in return, which was just as unique as that undiscovered demo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it was
real
cool.
question about torrents is, if you were finished with the download, did you delete the download so that you would not be seeding? And I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone that left it on. But then, how do you download stuff?
Well,
Are people
for
letting it?
some websites you do have to have a good ratio. So
Yeah.
if you didn't
Yeah,
reseed,
true.
then yeah, I don't
True.
use it anymore.
I never used it ever.
No? Oh, I did
No,
a
I
lot.
bought everything.
Ah, yeah, me too.
Good guy. Good guy. Hey guys, have you seen anything from the Ultra live sets? Yeah?
I've seen a lot of rain. I haven't digged in yet, so to speak, into the sets and to check out all the music. I just haven't had time because I was on tour with very slow internet, as we remember from last week.
Yeah, your internet was
So
crazy bad.
yeah, but I did see some sets just stopping halfway because of the rain,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just thinking like, that's how is that possible? Like, how do you not? Yeah, maybe it's not possible with that stage, but I'm like, you're in your 20th year of Ultra. Why not? Why is it still possible that it rains? It just rains on the DJ set and it stops the set. I'm like, that's very
I'm not sure if
strange.
I mean, it's Miami, and we had more Miami music weeks where we had rain, but not like this. I think this was kind of nobody would expect these kind of heavy rain.
Yeah, but as an organizer of a festival, I think, yeah, that the DJ equipment can get wet, so wet that it actually stops working. That's
Pretty insane. Yeah, especially when you know it's upcoming. But yeah, if I saw the images, it wasn't like this little cloud with a few drops. It was
no, it was extra storm. They canceled half of the first evening.
Hardwell was also cancelled,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Sorry, what you say?
Hardwell set was also cancelled.
Yeah. At first it was, and then luckily for him, he could do it over the next day.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of harsh, you know. I saw his tweet where he said, "Fuck." He didn't use that language, by the way, and I shouldn't be doing so either. But no, it was kind of in the kind of like, oh man, we worked so hard towards this, and that's true. Towards the big sets, you work the hardest, and you want to get everything right, and then being there and getting told like it's not gonna happen. Oh man, that's a tough pill to
crazy.
swallow.
You would never expect that. Also,
And was that
it's
because of the
shut
rain?
down.
Just that.
Big storm, thunderstorms.
Okay.
Yeah. Like they just worried that that's why people evacuated the premises.
Mhm.
But I did see it was kind of
a
cool.
lot of stuff that was being played, and I liked. There was some surprising stuff within the sets. Not like real pioneering or something. I mean, it was all the sets were a little bit as expected, but within the margin, everybody did some cool stuff.
Which
So a
one?
lot of big artists jumping on stage. I saw One Republic with Dave Guetta.
John Bon
John Bon
Jovi.
Jovi.
Hey, also pretty cool. Big legend, and for that matter, it was really American, but I liked it a lot.
I still have to check them.
Yeah,
Even
same. I have to
Garrix played
throw
drum and
that
bass
into
one track in his set.
Yeah,
And
Neto says the Name of Love drum and bass version was crazy.
yeah, I really liked it also. And of course, you've seen guys like John Summit and Tiesto also. They really
John Summit wasn't there.
no, but they played a lot of drum and bass already in there. So I saw a lot of drum and bass emerging. But yeah, Martin Garrix always plays more as progressive style or the more electronic, the electro style, and him seeing him play drum and bass was kind of fresh for me.
So is drum and bass the next big thing? Is that what we can conclude here?
No, I don't think so. I think
you
it's
have the guys from Chasing Status doing a really great job at this point. Dude.
yeah. They're like
done. I love that
they're
track so
legends.
much.
I think with the Boiler Room sets, they set the standards for drum and bass, like the way the set is, but also the quality of the music, the quality of the production there is
so sick.
is next level.
Yeah.
But what I think it's like another genre added to the pool that's now open to play on main stages, which is really cool. So like people in the crowd also kind of feel it and know it, like, hey, this is drum and bass. Instead, where you had like 10 years ago, a lot of EDM and then maybe trance and maybe techno, but still very much in like the four to the floor kick
It's
format.
really more diverse right now.
Yeah,
but I still see a bright future for the hard techno. I see it conquering America and
dance floors. People love it. I see it everywhere now, like playing around. It's like as soon as there's some kind of a techno kick in it, people enjoy that. Like mainstream crowds also that you need to kind of play like a commercial mashup. But if it has some kind of a techno kick, you can just see this like, whoa, when the drop hits. It's really cool.
True.
Regarding the lineups, because that's what I read as well. It really went from left to right, as in you were listening to a tech house producer on the main stage, and after that came like hard techno kind of act, and then EDM. There was no like real build-up line.
Yeah.
How do you think about that? Because it used to be like that.
Yeah, but those big festivals, they book the biggest headliners. I mean, if you have to place Guetta or Tiesto, they have their say also when they are on stage. And are you gonna have hard techno close off the main stage? No, that's gonna be one of the big traditional names. Let's call them traditional. And so I think it's hard for them. You also see it on Tomorrowland and EDC, I don't know, but on Tomorrowland also, during the day or maybe from 6 to 7, you get like a hardstyle act, and then after that, a guy like Fisher, and then Charlotte de Witt, and then Dimitri Vegas and like Mike close it off. And it's kind of hard to have like this line in there. Plus, there's also the main stages are like this moving organism, because people, they come and go to the main stage and come to see their favorite act, and it kind of doesn't matter if it's like this crescendo going on over there.
Yeah, it used to be way more, from what I remember, that it's like it starts with a build up and everybody's having a good time, and slowly gets harder, and then the headliner comes, and then boom, like some hits are being played. But I think now, especially with Ultra, it has so many headliners, and that's like basically the whole lineup is headliners, and they all have their own style. So of course, yeah, they're gonna play the bangers of their genre, let's say.
Yeah.
I think that's the only possibility, and I think it also is fun for the crowd. I think you don't need a day to build up if you have like if it goes pretty hard, but it's a different style the next half hour. That's actually pretty cool. And you have some like if you don't like drum and bass, there's a drum and bass that's coming on. And you're like, oh, I'm gonna get some drinks, go to a different stage, and come back an hour later, and there's techno. You know, amazing.
Oh, drum and bass. Let's get some drinks.
I'm out of there.
Bye.
Well,
Yeah.
it looks like
To
it's
be honest, it's drum and bass. When you mentioned it, for me also, it's kind of exhausting to listen to an hour of drum and bass. It's complex. There's a lot
Yeah.
going on. It's a lot of noise, and yeah, I do like it, man. I love the Boiler Room set of Chase and Status. Kind of, I think, kind of revamped a lot of the drum and bass stuff.
True.
It's cool in there. I just like the diversity it brings to the stage. It's cool to hear. It's still not played that much, so it's cool to hear every now and then in a set of somebody you wouldn't expect.
Hey guys, I have to go. So I will see you for just a short time. But I do want to say my new track On My Way is coming out this Friday on Hysteria, which is Big Up Day's label. So
It's a cool track.
Before I leave.
Hey,
Thanks.
Joke,
What did you say? It's
kudos.
a cool
It's a cool track. I like it.
Joke, bye.
Cheers, guys. I'll see you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Is it really a cool track?
Yeah, it's a cool track. I like it. Yeah, he did a good job. So, hey, make sure to pre-save it and head down over to Spotify, J Hardway. And whilst you're there, also go to Bassjackers.
You might like it.
Press follow.
Yeah,
Don't have to
exactly.
follow J Hardway, but
There were a few questions coming in from the Discord again. So thank you for sending that in for everyone who is a part of the community in Discord. I think there's also, let's elaborate on this because we were talking about it. It seems like artists like Garrix, Chesto, and Guetta always get booked, which leaves very few slots on the main stage for the rest of the industry.
it is.
What do you think is the key to getting booked at Ultra specifically compared to other festivals?
Yeah, man.
Because you guys haven't played there as well, right? Not on the main stage, at least.
No. If I would know, then, I mean, it's all about, your reach and visibility, popularity. It's kind of like asking how a clock works, this.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think what he's going for, because we talked about this yesterday in the Q&A as well, the lineup on the main stage of Ultra doesn't seem to change that much.
No. The big festivals are pretty conservative, you know? To be honest, that's not where the pioneering is done. Also not within the crowd or the artists. That's why I'm actually happy that somebody plays drum and bass. I mean, that's not so exciting per se, but it is for a ultra main stage. Like main stages, the crowds, they consist 95% of the people, they just want to be there, you know? They want to taste the vibe and be a part of just this momentous thing going on. It's not that they per se are really all the music lovers and know it all or really into dance or so. And so on those stages, you see it's kind of that's like the median, that's like the average of the whole spectrum of dance. You see kind of, okay, you can get a techno act there, a hard techno act, or maybe, I don't know what on the other side of the spectrum, but it's all from house till, I mean, the BPM won't go too hard, you know. You probably don't see a hardstyle act there, you know. It's just the average listeners thing. That's why it's the main stage. And
Yeah.
yeah, to get there is just all about popularity. And yeah, if you score a few good hits, you're there. But yeah, it's really
But
hard.
I think that's the question, because there has been a few artists who did have good hits, but somehow didn't end up on that stage. So does that have something to do with the well, obviously low amounts of slots, but Tomorrowland also has to deal with those kind of things.
Yeah. I mean, if you say to me a good relationship with the promoters, the guys who organize Ultra can help you get a slot in like the daytime, just like we have at Tomorrowland. And in all honesty, for us, there's a lot more to choose from. And so then it gets down to details. If they just like your newest way of producing tracks, or you just have a good relationship, maybe it's that sweater that you sent them and they really like, I don't know what, but it's down to details. But the real headline slots, yeah, that's only for the biggest. And yeah, if you look at the DJMag top 10, yeah, it's always the same names in a different order. And you see maybe like a Timmy Trumpet has now emerged and got into there. I don't know if he ever played Ultra main stage.
No, because that's what he elaborates on the question right now in the chat, and he says, for example, this year Nicky Romero, Steve Aoki, and Cashmere were all chosen over W&W, Timmy Trumpet, and Rehab for Ultra's lineup.
Yeah.
Since all 6 of them are at a similar popularity level, do you think there are any specific details that could sway a promoter's decision?
Yeah, like I said,
which to book?
Yeah, that's like I said. And
So it's
to
more
be
like about
honest,
connection.
Timmy has been killing it lately. I mean, his performance is amazing. If you look at his streams, he's going really well. He has a new track out, by the way, classical music together with Bassjackers. You should look it up.
It's just
But-
released.
Yeah, just released last Friday.
Mm.
It's hard. It's 160 BPM. That's for us. We don't go any faster than that. But with Timmy, it's nice to do so. But yeah, and if you ask me, some of the other artists don't have like recent hits, so that could be a reason to choose the one over the other. Yeah, maybe a guy like Timmy sometimes is maybe harder to place because he's so freaking amazing on the stage. Nobody wants to play after him. That's also kind of a thing sometimes. And yeah, it's just really down to details. And but it's it's a good question. And yes, sometimes we also don't know because if you ask me, if you name those guys, you might have well just booked us.
For half the money. Who cares?
For half the money. Hey, never come for free.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Thing is, it's really down to details, and I'm very happy we can assure ourselves a slot on the Tomorrowland main stage. But it's really true. There's not so many spots. The most have been reserved for the big guys like Tiesto, like Guetta, like Armin, Hardwell, Garrix. Yeah, those are the usual suspects, and they always get their spot. Even if they don't have the hits. I mean, look at Tiesto, he has big hits, but I don't think Garrix didn't have like big hits anymore. But he really excels at what he does. I mean, he's one of the last few who brings the cool progressive sound, and yeah, I think that's his choice, and I really like it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so it really comes down to the same old story, as in you need to build awareness, you need to be like hype at that moment, and at the same time you need to build your network and have like a connection with the promoters itself.
True. In basis, it's really simple, but in practice, it's really hard.
Yeah, true. It sounds simple. Okay. Let's take another one. What's the difference between getting a track signed to a label compared to signing a deal with a label where you exclusively put songs out on a label?
Oh, it's a big difference. Getting a track out there is just a one-off, and getting a label deal, yeah, then you kind of reassure yourself of getting a spot in the release schedule of a big label.
Yeah, and
But
his
then
follow
again, you also sign away exclusivity, so you have less choice.
yeah, and his follow-up question would be: would you get more resources like access to songwriters or vocalists if you would sign?
Yeah, I do think
music?
so. Yeah, if they get top lines in, of course, when they have more to win, and if they have a bigger share of you as an artist, there's
Mhm.
more incentive to bring you the best top lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all kind of really logical, and so sometimes I also do consider when I get top lines of a certain label, like okay, hey, you cannot always judge your own judgment or trust your own judgment, because sometimes you really like something, but it's just not commercially viable. So then I always see which party sends me something, and I go like, okay, but why would have everyone else passed on this one? It's a valid question, you know. Is there
Mhm.
something I don't hear, but and they did? And yeah, you gotta have this open range look at things, because if you know you're not don't have the label deal, you are second choice. Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of get the leftovers.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. And sometimes they're really good.
I think in regards to the difference between signing a one-off or signing a longer-term deal is that it's really more focused on having skin in the game, I would say. So
Mhm.
if you dare to sign 5 songs with one label, they are more willing to build on you and to invest in you with
It's simple.
songwriters.
It's simple. You can just also comes down to this. Why would a label help you get a big hit for you to go to another label
Yeah.
for the next one?
Exactly. It's like building a relationship.
Yeah. They will invest more, and like you said, the skin in the game. Yeah. Really logical, yeah.
It is pretty logical, but I do understand where it comes from, as
Yeah.
in,
But then again, like with club hits and all that stuff, I mean, if we have a non-exclusive deal with Smash the House, also possible.
Mhm.
And
So what does that mean?
like when they pass on something, we can go somewhere else with it.
But they have first option.
They have first option. It's a
Okay.
first option agreement, basically.
Yeah, okay.
And but that still gives you, because sometimes, like when we make a track and Dimitri and Mike won't play it, then it might be for us better to then go to W&W, who they play different sets. So when it's not for Dimitri and Mike, it could be for Willem and Wacht. So and in essence, I want my music to be heard by as many people as possible.
Mhm.
So you do want to have the freedom. I mean, Rave Culture and Smash House are different labels. Sometimes it fits the one better than the other. So you gotta have the freedom. It's just not per se good for any party to do everything at one spot, because sometimes here it will fail and there it will succeed. Gotta be honest in that. But yeah, on the other hand, nobody wants to miss the next hit. Yeah.
Yeah, but you also do this in like in collaboration with the label, right? So
Definitely, yeah.
if you would go to Dimi and Mike and say, "Hey, I don't think this track fits you, but it might be smart to do it at W&W because it fits them better and gives us extra reach, which
Yeah.
will diverse back to the next release, which we will do with you." You know, eventually everyone
Yeah.
benefits if you become bigger, better, stronger.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. For everybody. I just got to work together, and then you get so much more done. Well, than in comparison with just doing your own shit.
True. Yeah.
Wisdom bomb.
Wisdom bomb, man. Yesterday in the Q&A, we were also I dropped a wisdom bomb about dating, and everyone
Dating?
was
Oh,
yeah.
is there something you got to tell me?
No, I compared dating to building a relationship with an event promoter. I think that was the connection. Like the thing was that that person said, okay, so once I get the email or the phone number from that person, I'm good, right? And I was like, no, because It's the same with a girl. You can get her phone number via, but if you would call her and she doesn't know who you are, you just say like, "Hey, we should go on a date. You like me?" Like, doesn't work. You need to put in effort, get to know each
Yeah.
other, those type of things before you can build a decent
And
connection and have trust.
I wouldn't even know how to date anymore.
Me neither, man. Like, I've never been on Tinder, and I honestly don't
Oh
even
no,
think
me
I would
neither.
like it.
Yeah,
Maybe
kind of
like a hobby.
convenient, right?
Huh?
Like swiping, it's kind of convenient.
Yeah, but it's more like like a hobby. Like it's just like a
Hobbies.
casino. Getting the kick from constantly swiping. Like, oh,
Yeah.
new one. Like
Sure, the
impulse.
next one will be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like hitting the what's the machine?
Yeah.
Like the
Then you're gonna alter all the filter. Like, okay, well, then this age and this, and man, freaky.
yeah. We're so old. We kind of passed on Tinder.
Oh man, I've never been. It's also sounds really exhausting, man. Like too much choice, like MySpace. Too much choices isn't that good.
It's an overkill in decisions you don't want to make. Like keep things. That's a life. Like one of the things that really is
Wisdom
important to me.
bomb. Wisdom bomb. It's coming.
Keep
1, 2, 3,
things
go.
simple.
Keep it simple. Also with producing, and
Exactly.
everybody who follows me. If you don't follow us, you can just, it's Bassjackers, TikTok, Instagram, whatever.
We have it all.
But just keep it simple. Don't make it too
There's
hard.
a book about this.
Oh, there's a book about it. He always with his books.
This is a very nice book about how having more choices in girls, in educations, in plugins, it paralyzes you, and that's the whole reason why people don't make decisions and kind of freeze in life. Because there's too much decisions to make. There's too much an abundance of choices.
Yeah, but sometimes the choices make it cloudy of where you actually want to go. That's always the thing. Like people sometimes lose track of what is it actually what I want to achieve. I mean, if you can keep your focus, then the choices can actually help you. But sometimes when you have all the choice, we had the metaphor of building a house, and if you have the mood board, it will be easier to step into the tile shop and search for tiles. But if you don't have the plan, or you lost it, you didn't write it down, then you come into the tile shop and you think, this is nice, this is nice, this is nice, this is nice. And your whole house will be like, your bathroom is one thing, your living room has to be one whole thing.
Yeah.
Man,
wisdom bomb.
Build your own house, and that's all the life lessons you need.
Have a plan.
Don't read a book. Build your own house.
Yeah.
Boom. Mic drop.
Next question. Which platforms provide you with the most success? Social, Spotify, Bandcamp, Patreon, etc.
What's Bandcamp?
Don't you know Bandcamp?
No. I always thought it was like a music production thing of a little bit silly from Apple.
From that movie American Pie. You know that one time at Bandcamp?
It's one time at Bandcamp? Shermanator. He was epic.
Shermanator. No, Bandcamp is a really big platform where where you can sign up as an artist and people can follow you there. It used to only be
like MySpace.
Kind of. Yeah. It used to be like back in my time, 10 years ago, it was like a calendar tool for.
How old are you?
Old.
Man.
A calendar tool for like international gigs, and people could follow you there. But now they've kind of progressed and built a lot on top of that. So now they have like merch, and you can sell your songs.
Oh wait,
there.
I know it. Yeah. Is it called Bandcamp?
Yep.
Fuck.
Bandcamp. It's a really big platform.
It's the tool where you have your touring.
It used to be that, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's still that.
Oh, it had a different name. Is it sure Bandcamp?
Discover amazing music and directly support the artists who make it. Bandcamp is an American enterprise started. So
I have something
online
in the
music
mail.
shop.
It always asks me. Let's put on the magic glasses. I actually misplaced my broken
Oh,
glasses.
oh, that's the Jeffrey Dahmer's.
Yeah. Hey. Let's see, man. What is it?
Yeah, it's called Bandcamp, and I'm almost sure that it is this booking thing. What happened with Bandcamp?
No.
Oh, it's bought by Songtrader.
Yeah, I don't know either what I was on about.
Yeah,
But it's fine. Let's talk about.
Yeah. Anyway, what's the best platform? What was the question?
Yeah.
Which platform provides you the most success? I think that really depends. For some artists who are great with socials, that might be the social thing. So if you're great in creating content, you might win a lot on Instagram or TikTok. But at the same time, if your music's great or you just know how to build a fan base, Patreon could really work.
We have some tracks which we release, we don't post that much about. I mean, for those tracks who have a more potential of streaming, then we actually use Spotify as our platform to gain traction and popularity. Whereas other tracks that are more like dance floor oriented, they provide us with some cool images also for the socials. And then we try to let it also the bootlegs, they can live their life on the socials or maybe on SoundCloud. And kind of depends on, I mean, Spotify also, on the one hand, you need your socials to promote the next track you do on Spotify, but on the other hand, Spotify also gives you like this stage. I mean, if you get the editorials, you get a stage through which people can find you and actually think, let's check out their socials as well. So it kind of works the other way around as well. And for some tracks, we sometimes think, okay, Marlon, you don't play this, but we really like this.
Yeah.
And sometimes when we release it and it becomes like a success, to be honest, around the world, we didn't play that much around the world, but now it's out and it's actually doing really well. And then we make a more like a club version of Around the World. Weird, huh?
No, it makes sense, but it is a challenge though to protect your brand, as in you could make like a song to listen to, so let's say a streaming song, but people do know the Bassjackers brand from party music, right? So
yeah,
you do want to protect your brand and not be too diverse in what you release. I would
don't
say.
deviate too much, of course.
Yeah.
And I don't know what, but yeah, we show it all. Huh? This is the most honest podcast.
Unfiltered. Yeah.
Unfiltered. Like I was also thinking, like, wow, I should. But my phone is providing the internet, so I'm not on the Wi-Fi anymore, so I cannot change my lamps anymore. But it's nice to have a little bit of red in there and a little bit of yellow,
a little
orange
bit of color.
But hey, it's me, and I am who I am. And yeah, the thing about music also is you like a lot of it, and you also like to show what you can do because you're like this craftsman working. I like to brag about my shit that I do. Yeah, I do a lot of put in a lot of effort and develop my skills. I think that's really important, and that's why I also like to show people what I can do. And sometimes it's kind of hard to, as an artist, also you bring about you have an image, you have this sound, and it has to also be clear that if people come to see you, they get this, and you cannot deviate too much from it. I mean, if Metallica would make a big ballad like California King Bed of Rihanna, that's just silly. Although the guy might like it a lot and can do it also easily, I would be impressed, but most of the people would be like, dude.
Yeah, but that's the thing, with
it's about balance.
With music producers and DJs, it's somehow harder to have one genre because you can go anywhere. But if you talk about a band like Metallica, it completely makes sense that they always keep delivering the same stuff because that's their sound. But
Yeah, although if I checked out the Arctic Monkeys the other day,
Mhm.
I know them from way back.
What
Was
were they
the
famous for? I know their name, but
oh, na 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 na. Oh, what was
Arctic
the track
Monkeys.
called?
Let's see. I Want to Be Yours.
No. I actually know them from way back. Tales from the Nighttime or something. Wait. Who's that girl there? I wonder if. Oh man, that was such a cool track. But I didn't know they were still really popular, and they did a few albums I didn't even know of.
Yeah,
And
it's
they
still,
kind of changed their sound a lot.
but more like technically or
Favorite Worst Nightmare. That's the one. No, that's not even it. It's before that. It's 2007. Ah, yeah, this is When the Sun Goes Down. Man, there's 423 million streams.
Sooks also says it in the chat now. Arctic Monkeys, When the Sun Goes Down.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, that's such a cool song. But
It's
hey,
not the one like When the Sun Goes Down.
no, that's just
That's another
something
one.
really different. We don't
Yeah.
listen to that shit, man. That's something you do listen to. But,
No, it's a big hit. Like, what's it called? It's also called When the Sun Goes Down.
but I didn't follow them anymore. And apparently, well, I just looked at it right now. One of their tracks is almost 2 billion streams. They're massive. And they kind of changed their sound, which is pretty cool. So you can evolve.
True.
Yeah. What we were talking about, actually.
we were talking about we started off with social platforms and which platform was the right one, and then
we
we
need
went
another
into,
wisdom bomb. Is there another question? We need something
yes,
like
here's one. The first question regarding this question: how do you
Inception.
define success? Sales, profit per sale, building fan base, or other stuff?
Again, it's like asking how a clock works. Those are questions, yeah, man. It's also for everybody, it's so different. It's just what you want to reach. Yeah.
Wisdom bomb incoming.
Oh, man. I'm
How do you
tuning out.
define success? By having time. Time is the most valuable asset you have on this planet.
Oh,
and
but
money,
that's for you. Some people like money more than time. That's good for them. Yeah.
do you think there would be people? Well, there might be. I just think there are really not that many who would say, I would rather die 20 years earlier and have 1 million today.
To be honest, I think there's quite a lot of people out there. I have also just friends of mine. They when they see somebody like with a big car, but they step out and they don't look towards the person. It's just a person with a big car. And they think, wow, hey, that person is doing good. Blah 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 blah. Whereas I maybe see somebody getting out of the car, not in shape. They don't park where they need to be because they're just too lazy to walk 50 meters. And I see somebody like, man, that guy has no fucking backbone. I mean, it's like interesting how people can look at the same person and see totally different things.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a thing that actually happened like a few weeks back. And yeah, it's so different for everybody, and it just depends on what you want to do. For some people, like success or a main stage is just not a goal. They just want to bring the music they like and how they envision it, and whatever happens, happens. Whereas others, they just want to play those big slots or whatever, and
Yeah.
yeah,
And
it's
I have
so
the same.
personal.
It's the same thing with coaching. Like most of the time in one of the first sessions, we talk about this. Like what's the goal? Like when are you happy? What do you want to achieve?
But
And
sometimes people think they want to achieve something, but it's just not. It's
yeah, it
like
represents
unhappy with a
something.
dream life.
And 9 out of 10, maybe even 10 out of 10 times with people who come in here, they might start about the money, I want to be financially independent or whatever.
Yeah, that's
And
so
then comes the
overrated, by the
question,
way.
why? Because that gives me a lot of like stress-free life. I can take care of my parents. I
It
can
does
buy
give
my
you choice, I
yeah,
gotta
it
say.
gives me freedom, and most of the time, that's one of the reasons why most people want that. Few questions coming in the YouTube chat now.
Cool.
How do you guys go about working with somebody that has a big ego?
Oh man, echt right. This is. Are they talking about me?
Someone's hitting
It's
a
a
spot
question for
here.
Jay and Joey. Yeah. Oh, that's the hardest, man. Oh,
Are there a
wait.
lot of big egos in this industry?
I'm not gonna answer this.
Yeah, I will. There are a lot of them. But how
Can't
do you?
blame them. People are being carried by. They get adored by so many. Does something with you, and
True.
it's hard to balance out everything that you want to say, can't say, or it gets frustrating a lot of the times. I mean, the higher you go, it's just like a big pond full of sharks, jackals, some lions in there, a few crocodiles,
Stop selling it, man.
and a few cows who get eaten.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, I had quite a few talks with people who stopped being an artist because of those things. You have to battle quite a lot of the times, and it's exhausting. Always tiptoeing, it's kind of like the question we got, like, what can I say to a big label if they present me a deal? Can I counter it? But it's not only with your label; it's with other artists. It's with everybody out there, and they all have their own mind of like, oh, so you're not happy to work with me? You're asking for
Yeah.
more? Okay. Oh, sorry. No, I'm very happy, but in my mind, it would be more beneficial for both. No, it's
Okay,
hard. And how do you cope?
practically, how do you deal with that? Like, do you kind of cave and just are you okay with the fact that the other person is just a bit more
Yeah, definitely. And also, like sometimes, okay, it comes down to billing.
that's the big ego show.
Yeah, but on the other hand, also Spotify, if you're the first artist, the head artist, kind of, you gotta have the bigger artist to get more reach. We did a lot of collabs, and then the smaller one asked us, can we have our name in front? Because we initiated this. But,
No, fuck off.
well, the thing is, we always knew how it worked. We have to step down in our turn as well.
Yeah.
And it's like this whole train. I mean, Tiesto works with Carol G. He has to step down. Dimitri Vegas, like Mike's, work with Tiesto. They have to step down. We work with Dimitri Vegas, like Mike. We have to step down.
It's like the what is it,
We
like
have a
evolution
track
of
with
life?
Wasbeck coming up. He has to step down, and it's always like that, And it's you have to take that, and it's just how it works. And it's also that's why you work with a bigger artist, or you want to work with a bigger artist because they have that reach. And yeah, then you have to win some, lose some, I guess. And but yeah, it can get tricky out there, and that's sometimes I'm like also sighing like, dudes, if we just work together, we could achieve so much more.
Yeah.
But I think if you look at world politics and everything, I think that's the same everywhere.
Wait a second.
Oh man, you with your books. If you want to do something really cool and don't read books, go to our Spotify account, press follow, and listen to all our music. It's really cool. Or you check out Sound by Bassjackers on YouTube. Oh, here you are.
I can't find it, but the book is called "The Ego is the Enemy." It's a nice book.
Well, also, to be honest, it's your own enemy as well, because I was just discussing it with Renzo, who works here. And also with social media, you have to set aside your own ego, because lately I haven't been doing so much social media, like talking into my phone and making the connection. But sometimes there's also your own ego in there, which says to you like, no man, that's stupid to do. Well, yeah, it's just part. I mean, we all have a little bit of shame, or sometimes kind of silly, like, hey everybody, blah, 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 and
It becomes silly if you kind of go third party and see yourself doing it. It's like, what the
yeah,
fuck
and
am I
that's where
actually doing?
the shame and your ego steps in, and but yeah, so
It's
it's
what
always dealing
what
with
I
that.
see with a lot of artists here is that you say sometimes your ego comes in. I would say your ego always comes in, as in it's just how you work. You always look at yourself if you're doing something and wonder what other people might think or how it would impact other things. And for most artists, that's the reason why they don't make content, because of their ego, because of their
Definitely,
insecurities.
yeah, that's what I'm guilty of right now.
Yeah, and I think everyone has that. It's just that the difference between you and some other artists is that you decide, let's say 9 out of 10 times, you are capable of deciding, you know what, doesn't matter. It might be a weird video. People might laugh at me. I don't care.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's the
Mostly it's
difference.
your own environment that laughs at you, like, I
Yeah,
saw you doing this and that. And
it's your
but on the
friend.
other hand, it's just fuck them.
Yeah,
And you should
exactly.
just do it. And that's also a lesson for me. And when it comes to down to the egos of others, also because I was kind of negative about it, but also makes it interesting, and everybody will encounter that. Somebody, you will have your horrible bosses and I don't know what, or the horrible clients and whatever. Kind of also learns you how to navigate through people, and they're so different, and it's also really interesting, and it's cool when you can get your own agenda done whilst being surrounded by all those other personalities and egos and whatsoever. So keeps it interesting. Let's keep it at that. It's a good
Interesting.
question. I gotta say, the level of questions is really
Yeah,
spot on, and like really also actual, like real life, every day. That's
true.
stuff that you encounter. It's like I think the people are in the music industry.
I think I think the ones I'm reading right now, because the chat is kind of running over right now, so that's nice.
Oh
Thank you
shit!
all
Yeah, we have to
for
end because it's almost 2, huh?
yeah, it's on YouTube. Thank you all for watching, and we really appreciate you being here live and spending your precious time with us on a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, it's sunny out here because.
Yeah, same. I was looking here; it's like blue skies out there. So,
Oh yeah, love it.
let's see. Let's take another question from the chat. I'm not sure how much time you've left, Ralph.
Yeah,
A
2,
few minutes.
but yeah, I mean 10 minutes.
Okay.
Fuck it.
That's
I'm not
right.
that important.
When releasing new songs to Spotify, do you pitch to playlists, and have you succeeded? Like,
That's what the
do you
label
pitch?
does.
Yeah, exactly. You do it.
Yeah.
The label does it for you.
Sometimes we pay like this external promoter. I don't. I. This is
Your army?
Sorry.
Is it
No,
called Your Army?
also like that because I saw you like post the clip on the socials about me. You have to pay for the editorials, but you don't pay them directly. What you do is you have your marketing plan. Marketing, yeah, it does cost you some money, and what you let like Spotify know is how much you invest and in what. Are you doing promo, or
How
is
do you
there
let them
this?
know that?
Yeah, that's what the label does. They
So
just
they're in contact in
yeah,
direct
yeah, yeah.
contact. Okay.
And also you have pluggers. Like for our latest track, we had this German plugger who knows the people over there. To be honest, I don't know exactly how it works, but that's what I'm being told. Maybe I'm just getting fucked, and
Probably.
they just earn money out of us. But yeah, that's how it works. You gotta. They want to know if you have that skin in your own track, and if they know you invest, then the chances of success will be
Yeah.
higher. And they just want to attract more and more users to Spotify.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So the answer is yes, and there's a lot of ways
See.
to do it. From last episode, Ralph said not to sign your master away indefinitely, only 10 to 15 years max. I'm curious why this is important.
because or else it will be for us. It was quite interesting. Like Klambu, we signed away for indefinite, but yeah, it's kind of cool history.
I remixed that
Klambu
song.
first was a track by Joey and Appie.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I made a track with Appie, and we couldn't find another
Kind
title
of
like that to be Klambu. That's so
crazy.
weird, eh? But it worked well, and it did well. So it had a big lifespan, getting picked up by all these different artists. And but at first, it was like only dance tunes you had back then, which was a big market player.
Yeah, something like a
And,
Dutch
beatboard.
beatboard. Yeah.
Yeah. And then streaming came, but Sneakers Music / Spinnin', they didn't do so much more around that track. And they didn't even upload it to Spotify. And whilst then still guys like Troy Boy or what's their name? Oh man, Disclosure, they still played the track out in like 2020, 21, 2020 is Corona, by the way.
As well, right?
Yeah, but he played it more in like 2014, 15, and the track is from, I think, 2008.
Yeah.
And but they didn't make the effort anymore to promote it or do anything with it. So if you don't get your master rights back, then they don't. That would give you the incentive to do something about that track again, and you would get the full 100%. But for them, it was just like this dead fish in the water. Of course, I complained, and then they put it online. But you do want to, at some point, their exploitation of the rights has to be over, and then you can get it back to yourself. You can remix it again or do something with it, you know?
Yeah, you're free to do whatever you want, and I think that's what this is about. You get back into control again. It becomes yours.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this is about. You know, you want to have the rights of your own music eventually.
Eventually, yeah. At first, it's a perfect. Labels are not the enemy, because sometimes I can hear us talking and it sounds like they're the enemy, but they're not. It's all a big, happy cooperation.
Well, that's not true either, but you need them and they need you, and you need to find a way to make that work.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, there's a question in here, but more like a statement. Will you post a tutorial about a techno remix like Around the World?
Oh yeah, I could do so.
You're a great teacher. Your English is easy, ha ha ha.
It's called Dunglish, Dutch English.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, you know, the thing is just time, man. I can't get to. I mean, here, look at this. It's this old stuff is waiting for me again. You can see the
Belastingdienst. Hey.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much stuff, and it's every day something new.
But that's also good to point out. You're running a business here, you know. It's not just making music for fun every day.
Signed by Bassjackers is just too time consuming. It's like recording it, getting the files ready to present, and then editing it. The editing is not so much work, but especially getting the files like nice in order. My files are like a kid's room. There's shit everywhere, and the only one who knows it is me. But I have to like organize it first to make it presentable, because people will think like, dude, the guy is insane. And yeah, that just takes up so much time. That's why I stopped doing it, because it kind of cost me like 1.5 days. And that's just too much. If you in 4 weeks there's 20 days, and there's so much other stuff to do. If I can point out, it's all blocks of half a day or a day. And it was actually my the accountant just calling, and clicked him away. There's always so much to do, and I just want to make a lot of new music, and for me that has priority right now. But I'm always thinking about maybe somebody has cool ideas of that, because I also want to present myself as being this craftsman, because like I said before, I really like what I do, and I still put a lot of effort in it to become better and better and better. And I love sharing it as well. And
that's why I do
but
this as well. This also
yeah,
takes
but I
time.
don't know how to share my studio content stuff where it's also a little bit feasible within the times of now, be quick and like it has to make sense on TikTok as well within 1.5 minutes. And it could
I might
be,
have a solution for that, but I'll talk to you about that
yeah,
after.
or maybe somebody else there. Like,
Yeah.
what I would like to know if there's somebody out there that they like how they do it. And I also sometimes see people doing some cool stuff, but they're more like content creators. We're not content creators. We're basically musicians. Hey, and I know my way around Adobe Premiere and CapCut and all that shit right now.
There's a
Yeah.
guy in the chat called him who mentioned like, why not do like studio live streams? You don't have to edit anything.
No, true. Yeah, could be. That could be a solution. And then through Twitch or
Yeah,
something, or
Twitch or
just
YouTube, like
YouTube.
we're doing right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I gotta set that up. And does it work through OBS then, or?
Yeah, the gamers are doing this as well. It's called multi-streaming.
Okay, I can't work OBS and FL Studio at the same time, because my new master chain. I maybe need to get a new computer. If my new master chain, I have CPU problems all the time.
Well, what you can do is a lot of gamers do this as well. They have multi-streaming, so they stream live on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitch, on YouTube, all at the same time. So that might be an option, like just one click and you're live everywhere.
Yeah, I was also thinking about getting a desktop, but the thing is, then you have to install it. You're out again a week, and man,
tough life.
Yeah, I do gotta say, we've made some amazing music right here recently.
But you also have like a nice place. Wouldn't it be great, Ralph, to have like let's say a real live show, like a guy who follows you with the camera right
I
there?
was just looking at the clip of Deadmau5 when the guy singing the vocals for the Veld.
Yeah, it's
kind of
amazing.
re-emerged, huh?
Yeah.
And oh man, that's so amazing. And I liked how Disclosure always did it. So I'm a big fan of that. And also, like I said, on SoundCloud, why not just upload everything? We're actually gonna upload a lot more music to SoundCloud. So if you don't follow us yet, SoundCloud/Bassjackers.
Subscribe. Bing.
Yeah, no, we're actually giving away a lot of stuff right there, and because it's about that passion of that music. The thing is, which is sometimes kind of frustrating, is that there's just this handful of people that are really passionate about music, but you also want to reach the masses. The thing is, you have to focus also on reaching the masses.
Yeah,
but they sometimes don't give a shit about the craftsmanship.
I have a solution for this. I'll tell you after the episode, but the live streaming might be a big part of that, and then afterwards I have a solution for you. So we'll try to figure it out.
Let's stop with the thing then. Oh, ladies.
Yeah, it's 1 hour in.
Last question. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, last question.
I do like this live stream shit, man.
Me too.
I'm actually not watching, but it's you doing the shit.
Yeah, I have this like, how do you call it, YouTube studio where everything comes in. So let's see, last question.
I'm picking like this spicy one for me now.
Well, last mentionings was all about the live stream, and let's see. Yeah, I think we've kind of had them all.
Really? Come on, somebody pop in a question.
Yeah, how could you get a chance to work with Ralph or Jay, but it's the same thing all over.
Yeah. I gotta say, I got a track in by. To be honest, the track didn't sound very good. Actually,
someone's getting burned on the live stream here.
No, because it just didn't produce it that well, but the ideas were amazing. Christoph Tauscher. And
is he in the chat?
No, I don't know. Let's put on the Jeffrey Dahmer. He sent me 13 hours ago. He always sends me tracks, and I listen to every one of them, and I almost never respond. I responded once before, and I responded now. Hi Ralph, I'd like to send you my latest work. It's this time not a remix and no cover version, and in my opinion, it could fit Bassjackers really good. What do you think about it? But don't forget, he sent this about 14 times before and I didn't respond. But now I said, yo, Christoph, I like it. I would produce the more like a new Satisfaction, where it already leans towards a bit. Happy to take it from here. Where did you get the vocals from? We would need to tackle all claims before going into this. That's also a thing. If you get vocals from somewhere, they need to be yours to deal with.
So you offered him to do a collab?
Of course, yeah. Send me parts already, if you like, please, so I can make a new draft.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if Christopher is in the chat right now.
Day. Huh?
But if you are, I'm not sure if Christopher is in the chat right now.
Yeah,
but
Christoph Tauscher. Yeah, I don't know.
Tauscher, okay.
Gesendet, he's German. I mean, or German, maybe Austrian. I don't know. Swiss.
Tauscher, right.
He speaks German.
One last question from Phil. How was the kick from Energy made?
Energy by us in Hardwell.
I guess
it's a Hardwell kick.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I gotta say that collab, man. Robert's the king.
Yeah, he's great.
He's really good. All my collabs ever, he's the king. And I worked with really great producers. W&W, Showtech, Wouter is also fucking amazing.
True.
I liked working with Brooks, with Garrix, of course. The guy's a genius with melodies, Cashmere. But there's only one boss.
Robert.
Yeah, technically, he's like the king.
True. Yeah. Okay. Next week, Phil will be roasted live on the show because he's sending you a demo. So we'll roast him live.
Yeah, come on.
Thanks for everyone tuning into the live stream. If you're not a part of the Artist Coaching Discord yet, make sure to join now. There's a link in the chat. I'll just drop it here again.
www.bassjackers.com. Everything is there. No problems.
Everything's right there. Make sure to join the Discord where we do Q&As and have conversations about music all week, every day.
That's something when we were teeth, man. Look at this.
Yeah, I see it.
Damn.
Like a sesame seed.
There goes my ego.
And for the ones who are listening, who are interested in coaching, make sure to check out artistcoaching.nl. Might be interesting for you to build your artist career and make it a sustainable one. Yeah, see you guys next week. Next Wednesday, we'll be back live.
Adios. With Jopke, probably.
No, with Werner, actually. We have a guest.
Oh, yeah. And Jopke, right?
I don't think so. I think there's a guest because Jopke is gone.
Dude.
We'll see.
What's he doing?
The guy started playing around the world like, I don't know why.
Insane. Stupid DJs.
Exactly. Bye, guys.